And welcome back to Minecraft Dirt. New day, new plans, but let's quickly grab some resources to start this day off. And we can obviously sneak in some farming too. So I ended up finding this cave, which is going to be relevant for today's video, but because it's turning nighttime, I'm going to head straight home and take a nap. Heading down into the cave now, resources are kind of low for precious materials, and we will be looking for a very specific type of ore. And yeah, we are going to be collecting copper. Given that it's the new update and we're collecting a lot of copper ore, you could probably get an idea of what we're actually going to be doing in this video. But definitely stick around so you can kind of see where we're going to take this idea. And yeah, as we let the copper smelt, we're going to explore the cave a bit more and grab some more resources. I'm pretty sure it's just coal and iron, so nothing too much to worry about. And naturally, we are going to be making our first set of copper armor and tools. This is one of the main things that was recently added with the most recent updates, so it just felt right that we were going to start using them. And as we've just finished the first goal of today's video, and we are decked out in our copper armor and gears, if you want to share your support with the channel and see more casual kind of Minecraft gameplays, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. Now, getting back to the topic at hand for the video, our second goal for today is going to require some setup. I don't think we're going to get it fully done by today, but for the rest of this video, we will be gathering the resources needed to complete this upcoming goal. First, we're going to need some string. We're not going to need a lot. However, I am going to collect extra just in case. It feels obvious to say, but copper armor really isn't the greatest. That being said, it is still better than nothing. Also, as you can see on screen, I came across a zombie that was in a complete or nearly complete set of copper armor. And I don't know, I kind of took this as a challenge, and I decided to take on this copper monster and his undead horde. After filling up the potholes that were left after last night's battle, I decided we had enough string and we can move on to collecting the next resource needed for our goal. And just like that, we already found some, pumpkins. Now, again, with the new 1.21.8 update, pumpkins and copper kind of gives away what we're going to be working on. However, there is still one more item we're going to need to get, or I guess materials that we're going to need to use. So definitely stick around to see what we're coming up with. And the last thing we're going to be collecting is surface iron. I specify surface iron because even though we are geared out in full copper armor, the battles we had last night kind of showed that we aren't really ready to take on, the greater cave systems and the countless mobs that we're going to have to fight down there. So even though it's going to take longer, I do think the smarter call is for us just to kind of run around these mountains collecting the amount of surface iron we're going to need. It's going to take some more time. However, iron does generate at a higher Y level. And don't worry, I'm going to be cutting out most of the kind of searching around and mundane stuff. Oh, I also decided to befriend a random dog I found. I actually got really lucky, and it only took one bone to kind of tame it. So, yeah. And after grabbing the last bits of iron, we are finally ready to get back home. We actually ended up traveling a bit farther than I expected we would have, and we did get a little lost on our way coming home. However, we did know the general area we had to run. I do think I'm going to kind of keep down the coordinates next time so I don't get as lost as I did. But again, don't worry, I'm going to be cutting out most of that kind of boring stuff and uneventful stuff. And yeah. Oh, we also found a ruined portal. Now, there was a gold block there that I left back for some reason. I definitely had more raw iron than I needed, so I could have made an iron pickaxe to break it, but for some reason I didn't think about it. So in the raw recording, I did save the coordinates, so if I do ever want to go back and get that gold block, I definitely can. Just for some reason in the moment, I did not think about, just making an iron pickaxe. And yeah, we finally found our way back home and we stumbled across another copper zombie. So I thought it only made sense to go for round 2 before calling it a night and getting ready to set up for the next day. And yeah, with majority of the iron we just collected, we ended up making an anvil. We've also made some other kind of iron tools and resources that we're going to need for future videos and just kind of surviving in the world, but the main focus of why I wanted so much iron was for this anvil. And naturally, with the leftover copper and pumpkins, we ended up making our first copper golem. And he is one of the cutest things I have ever seen. I've always wanted the outlay from that mob vote. That was definitely my vote. But kind of seeing the copper golem in Minecraft, he is a perfect addition to this Minecraft world. And yeah, the reason why we needed the anvil and the string is because I will be in the next video fishing up a name tag so we can give both our copper golem friend and our wolf friend a name. So if you have any ideas, comment them down below. I'm not going to make any promises that I'm going to use any of the names. However, if I am struggling to find a name, I would really like you guys to kind of help out and see what you guys come up with. Maybe there's a name that would kind of stick out to me. And if you've stuck around till the end of this video, I would really appreciate if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Hype this video up if that's still a thing. I have no idea. But again, this has been Fabled Man's Corner, and I hope you all enjoyed.